And we back because we black. Because we back. Because we back. And we back. We back. Oh, yeah. And we back. Impromptu live, bruh. I know I got to start warning y'all and promoting more. But this is how I do. As of now, because life is pretty unpredictable at this point in the game. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, my name is CJ, aka the High Value Nurse, checking in once again, back with another live stream. Yeah, man, we just getting into it. We getting into it. Hold on, I'm about to check. Make sure my sound is straight. Make sure my sound is good. All right, we are good. We are good. We are good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, got a good show for you today. I'm not going to be here all day. Got a couple of different things that we are going to talk about. But I hope everybody is doing well. I am broadcasting live from the beautiful state of Michigan. And I got some pretty interesting stories for you today. But how are you all? How are you all doing today? I hope I did not get rid. Oh, yeah, I got it. Hopefully, you all are doing well. So, I went to my clinical orientation yesterday. It was a pretty decent experience. All the people that were involved, as far as like the teaching and everything like that, they were very cool. It was a good time. It was a real good time yesterday, and I'm looking forward to everything that's about to happen as far as the next level in the game, leveling up, and then going to the next level above that, the next level above that. Because I think the goal is to always keep leveling up, always keep improving. It doesn't stop. You dig what I'm saying? So now we're just doing everything that we need to do to get to the next level. So like I said, the program is 8 months, but it's really 6 with all the breaks that we get in between time. So actually we start our first clinical before our lecture. Now that's gonna be different because usually, I'm used to it, is going to lecture first, then starting clinical, but they doing it the other way around. So it is it's gonna be different, but an experience nonetheless. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. But I wanted to, like I said, I got a few stories today. So as y'all know, I'm in the peds rotation as of now. I'm in the peds rotation, and you know, we are going to be witnessing some things that I've never seen before, like a live birth, and just a couple other things that happens in the peds OB rotation. And I've heard stories. I've heard stories from various people about how the clinical rotation and how OB and peds work. Now I told y'all once when I was in LPN school, I had a peds rotation, and with that peds rotation, it was at a parking not a parking lot, but it was at a daycare in the middle of the city in Detroit, somewhere in the hood on the west side somewhere. And pretty much all we did, like it was a joke. I'm not gonna lie. It was definitely a joke. It was we went to the daycare, looked at some kids, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. Like I wasn't trying to pick up nobody's child and everything like that I didn't know. What else did we do? We went outside, played with them at the parking lot, and not the parking lot, but like the little, their little park they made up, the little janky slide and the swings and everything like that. It was a mess. It was a mess. Um, we heard gunshots. It was crazy, but it was definitely a mess. But that's how our our peas rotation went. um, people up there, a bunch of kids up there being bad. You know, I'm not doing this. They telling you what they ain't gonna do, running around trying to find them, giving them their little snacks and they juice box and all that stuff. It was an awful time. That was like I hated that rotation. Um, I'm not really a kids person if you can't tell, but I did not like that rotation at all. But you got to do it. You got to do it. It's part of the game. But I want to get into this first story though, because I think it's an interesting one. And this one comes from Fox 13. Now, since I am in peds and I am in OB, dealing with the chilling, the young kids, um, I thought this would be a good story to start with. You dig? I thought this would be a good story to start with. Sometimes this topic can be quite controversial, but this comes out of Memphis. Now, it's talking about how a bill could make it mandatory for unmarried fathers to take DNA tests to sign birth certificate. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how you feel about this, but I think it's a good thing, and I think it should be 100% mandatory, married or unmarried. Married or unmarried. But personally, I don't think it ever happened. I don't think it ever happened because, um, no, I just don't. I don't think it'll go for it. I think that a call that's too much like right. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Let's get into this video. We're gonna get into this video. Hold on 1 second. Let me go back to the beginning.
In the Tennessee state posed in the Tennessee state. New tonight, a bill proposed in the Tennessee state legislature could make it mandatory now for fathers out of wedlock to take a DNA test before signing a birth certificate.
Fox 13 government reporter Kayla Solomon joins us live. Kayla, this bill was discussed and passed in a House committee today. And, it goes back. There have been advocates who said it could solve a lot of problems if it were just the first thing that happens for all babies.
That's right, Merle. And this is also coming on the heels of another couples who are not married. Well, that was
it could solve a lot of problems if it were just the first thing that happens for all babies.
Why do it take them like we are in 2022 and it still takes them 15 to 20 seconds to get the delay popping? Like, come on. They be like, back to you, Margaret. Yeah, so yeah, cause you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, but that's my little pet peeve. But we're gonna keep going in celebration of me going to the PEDS OB rotation. And if you're just tuning in, please hit the like button on the way in and on the way out, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about for the first topic, and it leads into the main topic: why male nurses and successful men in general need to value their seed. Value your seed, ladies and gentlemen. The Memphis, over there in Memphis, they want to make a bill, and if you have for the people who have not, if you're not married, they would like you to take an automatic DNA test once the baby's born. They feel like it could solve a lot of problems. I think that should be mandatory whether you're married or not. You dig? Because you don't have to be unmarried to do some creeping and sneaking. Let the church say amen. So I'm gonna get back to this part of the video. Hold on 1 second.
Babies.
That's right, Merle. And this is also coming on the heels of another child support reform bill that was recently passed that says if fathers fall behind too much on child support, they can now lose custody of their children. Now, I spoke to one Memphis representative who says this is specifically for couples who are not married.
This is a big deal. This is an issue that needs to be fixed.
State Representative Antonio Parkinson says the conception of this bill came from a haircut trip.
You know, I was in the barbershop and this young man stopped me and he said that he was in a long-term relationship. They had a child. They were living together at the time.
Parkinson says the man went on to say that after the kid turned 5, he found out his partner had an affair, and a DNA test later revealed the man was not the child's father after all.
Damn. It's funny how these conversations take place in the barbershop. It's funny how these conversations take place in the barbershop. He probably seen them in there. Bro, I've been living with this chick for some odd years. Turns out that I'm not the father of the child. This is why, to all you successful brothers out there, you must value your seed. I'm glad this brother found out that he was not the father of this child. It's unfortunate for the child, but I'm glad the brother found out because now he would have been taking care of a child and putting money and resources into a kid that was not his, and those resources and that money could have gone into his own seed. This is why you got to protect your seed. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. This was and my pops, two of the first people that I've ever heard say that. Protect your seed. You feel me? Protect your seed. Now, depending on what this brother did, this chick could have lived well off his seed for the rest of her days. You feel me? Shout out to all my brothers that's in the P's and OB rotation. Now, I don't know. I've heard stories of, dudes finding out that they are not the child's father in the hospital. Now, I hope I don't have to see no ratchet mess like that. I don't want to see no ratchet mess like that. But yes, this should be absolutely mandatory. I believe so. Married or unmarried, it should be mandatory. Can you imagine the rate of see, I know I'm not going to be able to monetize this show, but can you imagine the rate of assaults that will go up in the hospital? Oh, baby, I love you. And I'm so excited about having this child. And we're having our first baby together, I'm happy. Blasey speak. All right, ma'am. Now it's time for the mandatory DNA test. Nigga, what? Hold on. Wait. What? Wait, why are we doing that? Well, ma'am, it's mandatory now. It's legal. It's law. So we have to test this guy. And the baby. Oh, Shaquita, we're going to have to do it. Mario, you are not the father. Boy, I don't want to see some stuff like that. I really don't want to see stuff like that. Hopefully this experience moving forward will make that brother more serious in his selection of women to procreate with. That's a fact. Protect your seeds, fellas. Protect your seeds, especially to all my successful male nurses out there and men in general. You're single, you got no children. Protect your seed. Start your own families. You feel me? Start your own families and please protect your seed because I know it's a lot of tricking male nurses out here. I've seen them tricking, and that's cool. If you want to trick, then trick, but just value your seed. I'm not judging. You dig what I'm saying? But definitely, I know a lot of you dudes out there that go to these facilities and be calling all the female staff queen and mother goddess of the earth and asha la 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 la, all that goofy stuff you niggas be doing. Like, you niggas be the first one to get caught up in child support. So just saying, like, please be careful. Please be careful. So let's continue this. Let's continue this.
When they went to court over the child support, he presented the DNA evidence. The magistrate, and this is in Shelby County Juvenile Court, the magistrate basically banged the gavel down and said, somebody's got to feed him, and it's going to be you until he ages out of child support.
My bad, I was muted. But do you see why? Do you see why some dudes are saying, F this, I'm out? Because even though the child ain't his, the judge said, well, somebody has to feed it, and it's gonna be you. Listen here. All my male nurses, my male successful nurses, all my successful guys out there, listen, protect your seed and understand that in some states, and ladies, I'm not trying to crap on the ladies with children, but men who are dealing with women who have children, you have to understand in some states, if you live with a woman long enough and her child, if you are in a relationship with a woman and she has a child long enough, you can legally, financially become responsible for that child, regardless if y'all break up. This is a fact. I'm not lying to you. I'm not saying don't date women with children, but what I am saying is that you have to be very careful when you do so. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, because you could legally become responsible. You could legally become responsible for a child that's not yours. Yeah. Whether it's a baby, an infant, a teenager, whatever. So you have to be careful if you are a man with no children. I'm not telling you what you should do, but if you are a man with no children, if you are a male nurse and you're making money and you're popping and everything is fly, you just graduated, you just passed the NCLEX, and you just happen to meet a fly young lady, but she got a child, you have to be very cautious because it could cost you if you're not careful. Now, I'm not saying that all these chicks with kids is on that type of time, but it's not about what she's going to do. It's about what you need to do. And you have to understand that if you deal in some states, if you deal with a woman long enough with a child, you become financially responsible for the child, regardless if you break up or not. I'm gonna reach out to Attorney Dennis Sperling. I'm gonna send him an email and see if he'll come on the platform, because he actually broke this down. And I think it was in Michigan, actually. I think Michigan is one of those states. So I'm going to get Attorney Dennis Sperling and see if I can chop it up with him. I'm going to send him an email and see if he'll come on a platform and we'll break that down a little bit more. But yeah, you have to understand that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling you not to date women with children. I'm not. But you have to understand that you have to understand what you are getting into. You dig what I'm saying? If y'all break up and things don't go right, and if you have been around and involved with her for a certain amount of time, you are financially responsible in some states. And I'm going to get Attorney Dennis Sperling to come on here to break this down. But let's continue.
Parkinson said the man ended up having to pay up to 5 years in child support as a result, and also ended up losing his license, job, and going to jail temporarily. House Bill 2698 will make it so that if a prospective father wants to voluntarily sign a birth certificate, he has to provide DNA test results first.
That is absolutely ridiculous. This man went to jail. This man lost his license and his job because he even though the child was not his, male nurses, all my successful men, please value your seed. That is insane. Value your seed. You could lose it all by making the wrong decision. This is why when you are on the rise, when you're on the grind, when you're getting your paper, when you're getting your stuff together, you have to be very selective and with the women that you choose to deal with. And I'm not saying that every woman with a child is on this type of time. I know every woman with a child is not on this type of time, but you still have to be careful. This man went to, and shout out, and this is in dedication to all my peds and maternity people. Shout out to all them people that's in the rotation right now. You dig? But y'all have to understand, this man went to jail over a kid that was not his. Please, who would sign up for something like that? Went to jail, lost his license and his job, lost everything for a kid that did not even share his DNA. That is crazy. This is crazy. Being a successful man, this is insane, bro. It's insane. Being a successful man, listen, I don't care what they tell you, you have a target on your back. Especially to all you young fly male nurses that's getting it popping. You young, you trying to take the world by storm, doing your thing. You are a target. I don't care what they try to tell you. All this blah, blah, blah. No, you're a target. You are a target. So any young man that just graduated past NCLEX and got his nursing degree and nursing license that is even contemplating dating a woman with children, especially if they're minors, don't date her. I'm not telling them what they should and should not do. I'm not going to do that. And I appreciate your comment. South Shaolin Fist. But I will tell them to be careful. And to some of the ladies that may be taking offense to this, that's fine. I understand that. But you have to understand, what if this was your successful son? What if this was your son that went to jail, that lost his license, and then lost his job over a child that was not his? You'd be ready to fight the mama. Yes, you would. If you love your son, you'd be ready to. You'd be ready to. And that's crazy. That's crazy. And I know a lot of you niggas be on here just bashing single mothers for no reason and everything like that, just because you've seen a couple dudes on the internet doing it without no real rationale behind it. Listen, I'm not trying to bash nobody. I'm just asking young, successful men to be very careful when they make their dating choices. They have to value their seed. You got to value it. I would be very scared because now we live in a time to where the come up is the main goal. The scamming is the main goal. Getting up on a nigga is the main goal, where Instagram models is getting caught up in having other dudes babies. Look at Tristan Thomas. This woman is set for the rest of her life. I am just trying to send a warning to the young men out there that's fly and that's getting it popping. My God, you're going to have a lot thrown at you, my guy. Please be careful. Please be careful. It does not cost anything to go get a pack of condoms. Pack of condoms, what? $6, $7? I don't know. It's been a while since I bought some because, anyway, that's too much info. But, yeah. But it don't cost that much. I know it's probably less than $10. Go pay that $10 and don't go to jail for fraud. I mean, not fraud, but don't go to jail for losing your license. Don't go to jail losing your job. And this is, listen, fellas, even to my male nurses, if you get caught up out there in this situation, they will snatch your nursing license. This is not a joke. This is something they don't tell you. But if you get caught up out there in child support and all that kind of stuff, they will snatch your nursing license. This is not a joke. This is not a test. This is real. You have everything to lose. So understand, you must be very selective in the women that you choose to lay with and to give your seed to. Be careful. And if you don't take nothing else from this, just at least go out and wear a condom. If you out here and you know you're not trying to be serious with none of these chicks, and you know that you ain't found you a chick that you really want to take home to your mama, and you out here and you still going through your player stage and all that, for God's sakes, wear a damn condom, please. You don't want to lose everything over one night. Over 20 minutes of pleasure that's going to be gone in seconds. You don't want to do it. I'm trying to help because I would hate to hear. Because listen, I talk to a lot of dudes that are caught up in a child support system right now. I'm telling you, shout out to, I ain't going to say his name, but he know who I'm talking to. This dude scared me so bad with child support, I almost got a vasectomy. $500, $600, $100 a month working all these hours to pay this child support. No, you're not doing that. Yeah. I'm talking to, listen, all you young dudes coming out of high school, you know what I'm saying? No matter what field you're trying to get into. I'm talking to y'all because I'm talking to the nurses because I am a nurse, but I'm also talking to all young men that have so much potential to be great. Listen, people love to say kids are a blessing, and that's cool, but they can definitely stunt your growth. They can stunt your success if you're not ready for them. People say, oh, well, you're never ready to raise a child. Well, I'm an odds guy. And I tell you what, I'd rather take the chances of raising a kid making $150,000, $200,000 a year versus making $30,000 a year. I don't want to we keep having these babies and bringing them into a world of poverty. It's nothing cool about it. And I know what I'm saying is unpopular, but it's fine. It's fine. Because really, I'm not really talking to the ones that's upset. I'm talking to the ones that have a chance. So let's continue. Lord, this nigga went to jail over a kid that wasn't his. Jeez.
Parkinson says this doesn't only impact Memphis.
The rural district attorneys were looking for somebody to carry legislation to start reforming our child support system, because it's rural guys that are getting hit with these same laws, and it is hurting them.
Now, I reached out to the Department of Human Services for a response to this, and they did not immediately give me a response. Once we have that, of course, we'll update this story for you. Now, this bill moves on to the Senate floor tomorrow morning. Live in Memphis, Kayla Solomon, Fox 13 News.
Kayla, thank you.
All right. Fellas, why would you want to sign up for something like that? When you don't work so hard. And a lot of people will try to make you feel guilty for not wanting to be a part of certain things. But you have to be very selective. It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. And again, let me say this again. Just because she may have a child does not mean she's not a dope person. It doesn't mean that you're going to experience this situation. But I'm telling you now, if you are a man with no kids and you just graduated, you're a nurse and you're getting popping, you have to be selective. You have to do a thorough background check. Yes, thorough, because you got everything to lose. I'm sure some women out there that are phenomenal mothers, that are phenomenal wives and girlfriends and whatever you want to call it. I'm sure that they have kids, but still, you have to be careful. This man went to jail. Can you imagine what's probably running through? Can you imagine what's running through a dude's head? Now, that's one thing if the kid is yours. You can't be mad at nobody but yourself. Well, let me not say that. But it's one thing if the kid is yours, but the kid ain't yours. And the judge said, somebody got to feed the kid. It's going to be you. Holy shit. And he thought the kid was his. Whew. You niggas, boy, I'm going to be honest. I understand why some of these dudes go out here and hire escorts and trick off. I get it. It makes sense. You pay them to leave. But y'all be having wives at home, be having whole girlfriends on the side. She pop up pregnant. And then when she ruin your life, you want to get upset. This is crazy. You got to use better discernment, man. You got to value your seed. I understand it. So he needed a lawyer because that was wrong. That's crazy. Never coming baby mama. I knew that when I was young. Never becoming a baby mama. I knew that when I was younger. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. It makes no sense. And I got another one for you. This is a scare straight episode for my young male nurses and for my young men that's on the grind who don't have no children, no real responsibilities. I'm just trying to let you know what could happen if you're not careful. If you're not careful. Hold on. I'm trying to get to the video. And this is why you have to be very, very selective. I'm about to share this video now. Now, I don't know if it's a skit or not, but regardless, it's you know, because it's real and it pertains to a lot. A lot of people are in this situation. A lot of men are in this situation. So I'm saying be careful. I don't know if this is hold on, that's not it. Here it is right here. I want y'all to see this. Because men, young men, I'm not talking about you old niggas that simps and everything like that out here in the game. I want you to understand what could happen if you are not selective with your seed. It says man is paying $500 a month in child support and the child's mother is asking him to buy shoes, but his wife is not in agreement. He is just in a world full of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your wife in your ear, she nagging. You got your baby mama on this side, she nagging. Just a world full of chaos. You do not want to make these type of decisions, bruh. You don't want this for yourself. Male nurses, young men that's on the grind, that's popping. You don't want this. Please be careful. Value who you lay with. Lord.
Child and my marriage, and the shit. This is the shit I got to go through. It's like I got to choose between my child and my marriage, and the shit getting old. It's getting very old and frustrating. Between your child and your marriage, what are you doing? I mean, like, what's going on? I'm recording, man. I ain't recording because you ain't dropping that shit. I don't give a damn about no Facebook, no YouTube, or nothing. No. Hey.
Miserable. Listen to how she just talking in the background. Can you imagine coming home to this every day? Fellas, seriously. To the one, because I know 90% of dudes are already in situations like this. I'm talking to the ones that actually have a chance. Can you imagine having to come home to this shit every day? Oh my God.
I don't care nothing about that because my thing is right here. You pay $500 a month. You can drop it. I'm gonna put your business out there. You pay $500 fucking
can get the shoes out of child support money. She get the shoes out of child support money. That's what you pay child support for. The court ordered child support. You ain't got to do shit else. And she ain't gifting nothing else.
Again, I don't know if this is real, but a lesson can still be learned from this because these are real situations that happen every day. Be careful who you laying up with. This man sitting there trying to play a video game and his wife just going off in the background. You can't buy him. She can get that out the child support. I'm trying to do this, do that. And this is what happens. And I don't know the guy. I don't know. But I do know men with their shit together. Men with options. They don't have to put up with this type of shit. They don't. They won't put up with this type of stuff. Focus on the grind, fellas. You have to focus on the grind, bro. You dig? Please. Please focus on yourself. Focus on the grind. You don't want to end up in this. God, this is sick. She making me sick, and it's not even my woman.
She should have never took the fucking child support out. She needed more money.
You shouldn't feel like that.
Why shouldn't I feel like that?
That's my fucking child.
I don't fuck that child. Fuck you too. I don't give a damn about that.
She said, F that child. F that child. Is this what you want? Is this what you want, fellas? Do you want to live a life like this? This man is probably miserable. He probably ready to, let me not say that, but he's probably miserable. How you his wife? And you gonna say F that child? Now, nurses, you're successful men. Is this what you want? Don't let nobody guilt you because you don't want the worst out of life. Because you choose not to wife up the ones who are not worth your time. It's about quality. Once you have paid the price of becoming successful and you are a man of character and a man of value, you do not go for the low hanging fruit. Now, I'm not saying this woman is low hanging fruit or anything like that, but I do know that a woman who can say F your child to her husband's face is probably not worth much. She's probably not worth much at all. Is this what you want to deal with? This is what happens when you are not careful with your seed. That's what happens. I've seen it. I've seen it before. Not from me, but I've seen it from other ones. And my God, I'm just trying to say, and brothers, my black brothers, and I love all my brothers out there of all different races, but my black young men, my God, please avoid this. Please. Please. And shout out to South Shaolin Fist. This is real talk. He said, thank you, high value nurse. I appreciate you, bro. He said, any mother that has a son that isn't a knucklehead running and ripping the streets and got his nursing license will be discouraging of their sons dating those type of women. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. If a mother loves her son, she would not co-sign the dumb shit right here. See, I'm not even going to make no money off this stream, but I'm doing this for the young men. This ain't about me and making money. I'm doing this for y'all so y'all don't have to go through this bullshit. This is bullshit right here. This is bullshit. You don't want this. This is crazy. And then what Boyce Watkins tell you? Yeah, you need to go up and sign for this. If you don't date these type of chicks, you're a predator to the black community. Nigga, what? Are you serious? Please. Just cause you chose up on a chick who had who wasn't feeling you, and 3 kids later, she decided to choose up on you then. Nigga, stop. What? And I like boys. But that was some bullshit he said. I like boys. I think boys have some valuable information. But that message he's sending is dangerous, bruh. What self-respecting mother would want their son to be involved in some shit like this? Only the ones that hate their sons. And because they the low-hanging fruit, they want their sons to have the same outcome. This is crazy. Faye Jump says, how hard was nursing from 1 to 10? 15. Nursing school. But it's doable. It's doable. It's not for the weak, I tell you that much. To me. That's just my thoughts. But let's continue. Let's continue.
Shoes. Come on, to get some extra shoes, and you pay $500 a month in child support. You ain't buying no shoes. You ain't buying no fucking shoes. You buy shoes. You buy them shoes. You buy them shoes. That's it. That's it. I'm saying you pay child support. What you paying the child support is for? I'm saying still though. If you need some shoes, look at the shoes. No, you ain't getting no shoes out of here. You ain't. It don't matter. It does not matter. No.
Why does she care if she not paying for it and that's his child? Why does she care? See, this is what I'm saying. Like, y'all marry these type of chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bruh. Y'all marry these type of women. And she knew you had a kid before you got with her. Huh? I don't give a fuck. I ain't damn. Need no 500 for his if he want to listen. If he want to get his baby some shoes, then get him some shoes. Ain't no debate. And that's what I'm saying with him. All this arguing, a man that's about his paper, that's about his grind, that's on his purpose and everything. I'm not arguing with you. I'm buying the damn shoes. If you got a problem, you can go. Point blank, period. But he probably can't do that. Because he probably lives with her. He probably lives in her house. He probably moved into her house because men with their own stuff popping, it's no argument. You only gonna get arguments from a nigga who lives with a woman that lives in her house. I mean, really, are we really debating if I should get my own child some shoes or not? Really? Yeah, that's a nigga who lives with his chick. Who needs somewhere to stay. Absolutely. He needs somewhere to stay. He needs somewhere to go. Let's get back into it.
Oh, you don't get buy no shoes. She get the shoes out of child support money, $500 a month. That's what y'all agreed on. I know, but she agreed on it. If I feel like getting some shoes, I can get some shoes. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. You want to get some shoes? You can get some shoes, but it won't be in here. It won't be in here. Believe that, baby. It won't be in here. You in a situation you won't be getting some shoes. What the fuck is you doing? Get your ass up out of here. I'm getting your ass up out of here. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting your ass. You want to buy some shoes? You want to buy some shoes?
That's her house. I knew it. I didn't know. I didn't know that was her house for sure. That's her house. Because, fellas, I'm gonna give you the best advice my pops told me. You never move into a woman's house. Because as soon as she gets mad, she's gonna do exactly what this chick is doing. You never move into her house. Because as soon as she gets mad, she's going to do this. Never do it. My pops told me that at a very young age. I think he told me that I was probably about 6. And I didn't understand it then. You know, I'm 6, 7, 8. Pop said, don't you ever move into a woman's house. Because as soon as she get mad, nigga, you on the street. Don't do it, bruh. Don't do it, my guy. Son. And if I ever have a son, I'm going to tell him the same thing. And I'm telling all of y'all men out there, all of y'all young men, all of y'all men in high school that may be watching this, middle school. Don't you ever move into her house. It's a lot of men right now walking on eggshells because they don't got nowhere to go. It's a lot of men walking on eggshells right now because they don't have nowhere to go. In her house, she packing up his stuff because he want to buy some shoes for his child. Huh? Now, ladies, if you don't want to, if you're dealing with the man with the child, I'm going to keep it real. You'll never be number one. You'll be a strong third. I'm just keeping it real. If you're dealing with a good father, you'll never be number one. You'll be about a third. Point blank period. If he's a good father. That is what happens when you date a man with a child who's about something. And that's okay. If he's still going to make you feel needed and wanted and all that good stuff, but you'll never be number one. You're going to be about a third, but this ratchetness won't be here. But don't ever expect to be number one. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, she packing his stuff. Once again, to my young guys who got potential still, don't you ever move into no woman's house. Because as soon as she get mad, she's going to do exactly what this woman is doing right here. Rather it be a skit or not, I've seen it happen. She's going to put you out, my nigga. I'm just keeping it real. And real women know this is facts. Y'all know it's true. Point blank, period. Can't nobody put me out of nothing. Nothing. Let's continue.
Shoes, it won't be in here. I'm getting you up out of here. Get you up out of here.
Playing, man.
No,
Oh, what's that, man?
no, ain't no put no. No, you want to get shoes? You want to get shoes?
Really? Man, this is bullshit.
Oh no, we getting your ass up out of here. Yeah, we getting you up out of here. Fuck that. You won't get no shoes in here. You can get some shoes, but it won't be in here. It won't. It watch.
Don't take my clothes. I'm getting gone. I'm about to pay with you.
Get here.
You got tripping all over some fucking shoes, man. Over some shoes.
Yeah, that's right.
That's bullshit.
Ain't no bullshit. Fuck you.
And to my nurses out there, to my male nurses, you out there saving lives on the daily. You helping heal the sick. You helping people recover, get back to the best versions of themselves. Can you imagine? Seriously, could you imagine having to do a stressful job as nursing and then having to come home and deal with a woman like this? Huh? Can you imagine that? What kind of, that'll drive a man to want to delete himself. That will drive a man to want to delete himself. You dig? Seriously. I just, whew. I think didn't the Bible say it's better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman? Lord, every day. Even the Bible say don't deal with this. You out there saving lives. You working in the ER department. You seeing gunshot wounds, stab wounds, people dying left and right, and all that kind of stuff. You dealing with COVID, monkeypox, chicken pox, all types of stuff. The Joker serum, all that kind of stuff. You seeing that every day. And then you got to come home to a woman like this. You getting kicked out of her spot because you want to do the right thing and give your kid some shoes or whatever, regardless of how much you pay in child support. Can you imagine that? Dealing with that? You a nurse working in long-term care. You dealing with patients calling you every 20 minutes for a pain pill. You doing treatments. You sending people out to the hospital. You're dealing with angry family members. You're dealing with all types of stuff. You're dealing with the seniors not liking each other, not getting along, ready to fight, and all this kind of stuff. You got to be a counselor. You got to be a therapist. You got to do all this stuff. Then you got to come home and you got to deal with this shit. Value your seeds, young men. Please, God. Please value your seed. Value your seed. Because this is what it could cost you. Real talk. This is what it could cost you. Your sanity. How could you come home and lay next to a woman like this every night who can't, because she really don't like him? My bad. Shout out to Ron Wills. I keep Ron Wills on deck. How could you come home and want to lay next to that? That's not peace. It's not peace. But see, the passport bros will come and look at this video and be like, this is why I need to go overseas. Nah, bro. It's not even about that. I'm sure you got nagging ass women overseas too. It's just about your value and what you will and will not take. And who you laying with and who you relying on. See, if this is real, this is a man who needs this woman. This is what happens when you need a woman. I don't care how nice she is. I don't care how sweet she is. But instinctually, biologically, if she knows that you need her, she will not respect you. If you need her, knowing that she can kick you out at any moment. Yeah. He needs her. I don't care what y'all. Women don't respect men that need them. They'll deal with them. They'll tolerate them. Keep them around because they're lonely, but they don't respect them. She does not respect him because he needs her. He needs her. And as a young man who got the world by his shoulders, who got the world by the balls, who ready to put in the work, who ready to grind, with no kids, is this really what you want to deal with? But this is what happens when you don't value your dating choices and you don't value your seed. This is what happens. You don't want this. This is a warning. You see all them crazy ass bras that come on Kendra G show with them unrealistic dating standards. 8 kids by 7 different dudes, but want a dude that's making 6 figures and all that type of shit. No, what? That's what's waiting for you when you are a low-class dude who is reckless with their seed and reckless with who they lay with. That's what's waiting for you.
The child and the mama. Fuck all y'all. And guess what? You want to get shoes, you got them. Matter of fact, why her husband can't buy him no shoes?
It ain't fucking responsibility.
It is his responsibility. If he married her, he take on the child too. Why he can't buy him no shoes?
If he married her, he took on a child too. Sweet Jesus. Whew. Sweet Jesus. Did he say he need to divorce her ASAP? He can't. He ain't got nowhere to go. He probably can't even afford to get the divorce papers. She the type to hurt the child when he's not around. Yeah. And even if this is fake, it's still a bad look. It's still a bad look because it's a reality of what goes on. It's reality. She said, F you and the child and the wife and or the baby mama, whoever. F them. And then if this is a bad look, right? And if this is fake, it's still a bad look. And then he's recording it and putting it out there. So it's still a bad look. But then they wonder why men of value, resources are choosing just not to do no fighting, no arguing, none of that. Not taking up for nobody, none of that. They just choose to sit quietly and enjoy their resources with the woman of quality. I saw that video in the airport the other day with the woman who was fighting with the God spirit. Most men of value are not going to step in. They're not. They're not. Because the risk is too high. The risk is too high. I'm not saying whether they should or whether they shouldn't, but most of them won't. No, they're not going to get involved in that mess because the risk is absolutely too high. I'm not going to risk going to jail, losing my license and all that other stuff because of some old foolery. Just not going to do it. The risk is not too high. They're not defending. They're just leaving. They're taking their resources and they're just going to be dealing with other people elsewhere. And I'm not saying going overseas and all that goofy shit, but I'm saying that, just elsewhere, away from the drama, away. They're choosing not to deal with this stuff. You feel me? Just away. You dig? That's all.
That's what I don't understand. He probably calling him daddy anyway.
What's up, y'all? All right, so I know that a lot.
She says she probably called him daddy anyway. She's trying to hit him where it hurts. She's trying to hit him where it hurts. You ain't got to deal with that, fellas. Don't listen to your loser aunties with 7, 8 kids by 20 different men. Don't listen to maybe even your mama. It might be your mama telling you that these are the type of chicks. I seen on a Iyanla Vanzant, she talking about something. You supposed to go through the drama in the storm. That's bullshit. You got to deal with that every day. Now I'm talking to the men who are grinding. You shouldn't have to go through no bull crap like that because she got issues that she refuses to go get help about. We're not saving nobody. We're not saving. We're not. We already got to deal with enough. You're supposed to be an asset, not a liability. And that's not to say real stuff don't happen as a couple, but if you coming into a situation and it's hard and she already messed up, I'm not fixing no wall that I didn't tear down. I don't got time for that. I'm on the grind. Not time for that. Shit. Say Moist Twatkins is a disgrace of testosterone. He should stick to talking about finances and economics. Yeah, I didn't appreciate that what Boyce did. And I wasn't even gonna show this video, but let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Hold on, not this one. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but it's a viral video, so I'm sure y'all have seen it. It's a viral video, so I'm sure y'all have seen it. And this ain't gonna be monetized no way, so it is what it is. Because if this was my son and he was a bystander, don't you get involved. It's not your business. Now, this video don't went viral of this woman going crazy. Some Latina chick, I don't know. But check this out. And also, when you listen, people don't understand. When you are involved in when you see situations that's not directly involving your wife or your woman, you dig, your mama, your sister, your cousin, step away. Step away. Because one thing I've noticed that women who are trying to avoid danger They're running. They're trying to call the cops and all this type of stuff. This chick is I'm gonna just show you. I'm gonna just show you because it's the difference between defending somebody that actually wants to be defended and just coming to and being a captain for an unruly chick.
In your life. You touched me first, and then you got in my face. But don't ever invade my personal space. Get out of my face! No, I'm not. You fucking faggot! I'm here. You fucking. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. You're touching me again. You're touching me again. You're touching me again.
What's the disagreement?
Hold on. What the? Wait a minute. Hold on.
The first warning sign right there is that she, when her parents and
wait. I don't know. Hold on. Well, I can't show you that because there was a whole bunch of stuff popping up. It was weird. I don't know why that happened. I'll try it again. But again, he should have walked away. This is how you know when you like I said, he didn't care about that job. The woman was clearly unruly. You dig what I'm saying? Trying to start something. He should have walked away. But you know, you can get a job at the airport anytime. Anytime. That's no big deal. I thought I shared it, but maybe not. So pretty much what happened was he got into a fight with the woman. She was pushing him and everything like that. She was saying, get out my face. And that's why I say he should have just walked away. But he didn't care about the job, his spirit. He could probably go get another job anywhere. And then a guy was kind of trying to stop it. And I guess she had hit him real hard or slapped him or something like that. And then he pretty much talked her. And then another dude has said, got in the middle and said, fight me, and all this goofy stuff. And no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm telling you right now, if you are somebody of value and you got everything, don't involve yourself in situations to where the chick is just being unruly and trying to fight and all that. No. We don't do that. Now, if somebody is in real danger and trying to escape the danger, then you act. But somebody who just keep going to like I've seen situations to where a woman has been fighting with her dude, they fighting each other, slapping each other. Another dude went over and tried to stop it. Then they both start whooping his ass and called the police on him. Oh, man, y'all gonna learn though. Y'all gonna learn. But I think I'm gonna end it right here. I appreciate y'all for joining me this morning. Value your seed, please, man. Like real talk. Value your seed. Say Papa may have, Mama may have, but God bless the child that has his or her own. That's real talk. But y'all value your seed, man, for real. Especially on my male nurses who got the world ahead of them. That's young, that's grinding, look good, in shape, all that kind of stuff. Popping, no kids. Protect yourself. Because legislation, they're not going to do it for you. You got to protect yourself. Real talk. You have to. Said men need to be more proactive in their states to get legislation to create and pass bills to cascade women that have been proven to commit paternity fraud. And listen, this is not a beat up on the women broadcast. This is just, I'm trying to save my brothers. Because I got a lot of dope women on my channel. I know a lot of dope females in real life that would never, ever subjugate a man to this type of nonsense behavior. But unfortunately, it's a lot of dudes out there who don't have people telling them this, who think that this is normal, who think that this is supposed to be how life is, who think that you are supposed to go through hardships and trauma and drama and ghetto love and struggle love and all that child support. Like they think that this is a normal way of life. And I'm here to tell you that is not true. It's not true. It's not true. For the men that are willing to pay the price to be at the top 10, 20%, life is different. You don't have to be subjected to this stuff. Let me tell you, I was going to end it here, but I'm trying to see. It was an article going around that. Let me see. me see. Oh, okay. It's saying the rise of lonely single men. This old nonsense today. Well, it's real though. I believe it. It's real too. It is real. Um, the internet has created an incel generation, and they have somewhat made it cool to become an incel. Because this comes from psychology today. Now, a lot of it is real, just overdoing it, but there is some truth into this. And this article came out on August 9th. And it says the rise of lonely single men. Hold on, let me try to straighten it up on the screen. Let me see. I was trying to end this out, but I gotta look out for my brothers out there. It said the rise of lonely single men. Dating opportunities for heterosexual men are diminishing as relationship standards rise. Why did they make it a point to say heterosexual men? What does that even mean? Like, what is the point of saying that? Why couldn't you just say men? I don't know. Are homosexual relationships, are those men that are participating in that lifestyle, is that so much better? Are they having a true success rate? Because this doesn't sound fair to me. But it says dating opportunities for heterosexual men are diminishing as relationship standards rise. What does that even mean? Because what a relationship standard to somebody else may be totally different to another person. That means nothing. That's propaganda. That means absolutely nothing. This is what I'm talking about. Men need to address skills deficit to meet healthier relationship expectations, meaning they want you to simp. Understand that this society depends, this culture that we're in right now here in the States, they are depending on men to be soft, wimps, and simps. But it backfires in the end. Yeah. Unfortunately, it is at the point to where you make $30,000, you come home, your wife there with dinner and everything on the table. It don't work like that no more. It don't. It says younger and middle-aged men are the loneliest than they've ever been in generations, and it's probably going to get worse. But here's the thing, though. A lot of men don't complain about being alone. Who was this article written by? Hera Astrof Marano. Let me see. Let me see who this article was written by. Or was reviewed by. So don't say who it was written by. Okay. This is not my typical rosy view of relationships, but a reality nonetheless. Over the last 30 years, men have become a larger portion of that growing group, long-term single people. And while you don't actually need to be in a relationship to be happy, men are typically happier and healthier when partnered. Who wrote this? I need to find out who wrote this. Who wrote this? So I'm guessing, did he write this? A board certified family psychologist. Let me see. Because this sounds like some blue pill nonsense right here. And that's what I'm saying. Like, society is trying to teach you to be soft and everything like that. And that's bull crap, because women don't respect that. But this article alone goes to show you, because if most men are single and childless, that goes to show you that most chicks will willingly have babies, but that same group of top tier men, and share that same group of top tier men. This is saying it without saying it. You got dating apps, you got Tinder and all that kind of stuff. What are they looking for? It's way more women. I mean, it's way more men on Tinder and those apps like that. But even the most average of women are not looking for the most average of men. They are all looking for that top dude. That's what I'm saying. That is why, and this is why you have to control your seed, value your seed, because if you lay with a woman who never really wanted to lay with you in the begin with, like, you're gonna catch hell. You're gonna catch hell. Point blank, period. And why you don't actually need, okay, here are three broad trends in relationship landscape that suggest heterosexual men are in for a rough road ahead. Again, heterosexual men, like this is really to me, this sounds like an attack. Dating apps, whether you're just starting to date or you've recently divorced and dating again, dating apps are a huge driver of new romantic connections in the United States. The only problem is that 62% of the users are men, which goes to show you, hold on, are men, and many women are overwhelmed by how many options they have. But here's the thing, 80% of those options women don't want. They don't want the 80%. This is the misconception, because they try to make it seem like, yeah, it's the options. They got plenty of options, but they don't want 80% of those options. Because let's keep it real. They want the top tier guys. I don't care. Listen, no woman wants to take on poverty. Point blank, period. No woman wants to take that on. Point blank, period. No woman really wants to be with a dude that's out of shape, that don't got nothing going for him, that don't have a career popping, that's broke. And unfortunately, that is most of these dudes on this site. Live with their mama and all that kind of stuff. That is why I keep talking to the dudes who have something going for them and something to lose. Be very, very careful. Once you make yourself that prize, that is why inherently men who grind and put in the work, you automatically become the prize, because 80% of the options she don't want. Yeah, she'll settle, but she don't want it. Let me see. And many women are overwhelmed by how many options they have. They're not overwhelmed. Competition in online dating is fierce, and lucky in-person chance encounters with dreamy partners are rarer than ever. Dreamy partners. Dudes that actually get them wet. Dudes that they actually want to sleep with. See, they saying it without saying it. Relationship standards. With so many options, not surprising women are increasingly selective. I do a live TikTok show and speak with hundreds of audience. Yeah, they are. Look at Kendra G. Again, I just said that. Chicks come on there 500 pounds, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids, and say that, well, I want a dude that's making 6 figures, can take care of me and all my kids. They got to be in shape. So even the lowest value of woman don't want somebody that is her equal on paper. They all want it. So that's why you grind and you strive to be the top 10 so you can have the pick of the best option. But they don't want to tell you this. They don't want to tell you this, though. They just want you to keep thinking that, oh, just being you is good enough. No, being you will get you on child support and get you laying up with a woman that you can't stand and a woman that can't stand you. That's what being you and being yourself will do. That's what being you and being yourself will do. Meanwhile, this chick right here is 600 and some odd pounds, and she has multiple children by multiple men, but she want the top tier dude, and she feels she deserves it. Why? Because society has told her she deserves nothing less. But that's gonna backfire, because when she remains 600 pounds and she's 60 years old and her kids are all grown and they losers too, she's gonna be like, dang, well, maybe I should have took the initiative to better myself to get a better man. Because real talk, they know that these top dudes ain't really coming for them. And it's crazy because a lie will really be better than the truth for so long, bruh, that they'll take it. They'll take it. But man, you got to get your shit together. Value your seed, value your time, value your grind. You have to get your shit together, because if you don't, that bottom is waiting for you. The low value fruit is waiting for you. The woman who don't want you to take care of your child is waiting for you. The woman that's ready to kick you out of her house, that is what's waiting for you, bruh. And you'll be surprised of how many dudes really don't have quality at home. Niggas will be like, oh, I smashed this chick, this chick, this chick, and this chick, but they all low quality. You smash 100 chicks and 95% of them is busted. Give me a bad quality woman any day over 95 reckless thoughts. I'm cool on that. You dig? That's nothing. That's nothing. Let me see. Let me see. All right, women with so many options, not surprising women are increasingly selective. To a TikTok shows people hundreds of audience members every week. I hear recurring dating themes that women between the ages of 25 and 45, they prefer men who are emotionally available, good communicators, and similar values. That's cap. That's cap. You cry too much and spend your time giving all your chick your emotions and all that kind of stuff. She'd be like, nigga, please. And if that's the case, how come a lot of these chicks' first baby daddy is the complete opposite of what these niggas be talking about in this article? Don't get it twisted. I'm talking about the complete opposite. Let me see. Shout out to nurse practitioner Pete in the building. What happened is that men believed in the equality myth. A woman doesn't want an equal. An equal can't protect, an equal can't provide. That's a fact. But society is really just setting them up for the fall because they're telling them, listen, I know women who make hundreds of $1,000s per year, but don't want to spend their own money if they don't have to. You feel me? And that's cool. I'm not knocking that. But hundreds of thousands of dollars per year and do not want to spend their own money if they don't have to. Yeah, all that boss chick talk is cool, and it is cool. But if they had the choice, they would take the latter. We'll take the latter. We'll just kind of keep it real. For men, this means a relationship's this is how they typed it. For men, this means a relationship skills gap that, if not addressed, will likely lead to fewer dating options, dating opportunities, less patience for poor communication skills, and longer periods of being single. I'm gonna tell you something though. A lot of dudes, they don't care about being single. A lot of dudes will willingly just go get a chick to smash off every now and then and will be just as content as smashing off a chick every now and then and going home and playing a video game. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a new day. But what happens is that just gives more options for the dudes who are willing to put in the work and be on the top. Point blank, period. Those who are bettering themselves every day. It just leads to more options for them. Men, male nurses, value your seed, your time, and your energy. Be careful who you are laying with and who you are giving your seed to. For real. This is not a joke. This is real life. The problem for men is that emotional connection is the lifeblood of healthy, long-term love. Emotional connection requires all the skills that families are not consistently teaching their young boys. While there's probably no chance of stemming the rise of unintentional single men, there is still good news. The algorithms are becoming increasingly more complex on dating apps and online platforms. One benefit is that great matches are on the rise. Hinge, one dating app, found through beta trials that 90% of users rated their first date positively, their second date. But here's the thing, though. I know plenty. See what they talking about. They want these old. Psychology today is referring to these old Steve Urkel ass niggas. Like, real talk. They are referring to these old Steve Urkel dudes. They want men. Look at Steve Urkel. And I'm using Steve Urkel because Steve Urkel is a direct representation of a lot of dudes out here. Steve Urkel was all up Laura's ass. He was emotionally available. He was there all the time. He only wanted her. But she didn't give a damn until he turned into Stefan, to when other chicks was checking for him. You dig what I'm saying? But they tried to put a spin on it because they wanted to make Stefan a little simpish towards Laura too. When in the real world, a lot of times it's not going to be like that. But that's what they did. And it goes to show you. You dig what I'm saying? Steve was a damn genius. Steve was going to get millions. And Laura Until Lord, she didn't realize she loved Steve until she done been ran through by the football team and by football captains. And, I'm exaggerating a little bit. Now she wants Steve because Stefan left and had a better opportunity. Now she wants Steve. This is how they want you to. They want you to be on some Steve Urkel, Corey Matthews type shit. This is what they want. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. I agree. This is what they want you on right now. Ultimately, we have an opportunity to revolutionize. Ultimately, we have an opportunity to make more of y'all simps and keep more of these chicks as miserable as they already are. We have an opportunity to revolutionize romantic relationships and establish new healthy norms, starting with their first date. You know what's crazy to me? And this is what comes with working nights. And I would never put any of the ladies I work with out there. But do you know how many chicks that I hear saying that they just want to get pounded out? F a date. F a date. I want to get pounded out. I want to get smashed. A lot of these chicks talk like dudes now. Talking about a date. Man, for the dudes that they sexually attracted to, that's all they want to hear. This is cap. This is cap. I'm trying to tell y'all. Let me see. Ultimately, we have an opportunity to revolutionize romantic relationships and establish new healthy norms, starting with the first date. It's likely that, and I'm not saying first dates don't matter. I'm not. It's likely that some of these romances will be transformative and healing, disrupting generational trauma and establishing a fresh culture of admiration and validation. I would love to see what his wife looked like. Men have a key role in this transformation, but only if they go all in. It's going to take that kind of commitment to themselves. Do you know how many men are willing to do everything in this article that this dude is talking about? That have tried to do everything in this article that dude is talking about? To have tried to put their purpose last and make her a priority and be emotionally available and all that kind of stuff. Do you know how many dudes have tried that and failed? Huh? You know how many dudes have simped for decades praying that they could get a certain chick. Waited man after man after man, kid after kid after kid, waited. And she still didn't want him until it was too late. This is this Dr. Boyce Watkins bullshit that they talking about. No, I'm telling you, men with options and the young men who are grinding, all my male nurses, don't do this. Put your purpose and your grind first. Get your paper. The chicks will come. It'll be up to you to choose what quality of woman you want. Value your seed. This is all cap right here. This is all cap. She said, stop. But you know it's true. You know it's true. There's so many chicks out here just saying, F a date. If she turned him on, F a date. They want to get, if she like him enough, F a date. Shoot. They trying to get pounded out. Some of them. Chris said, I love your podcast, bro. I appreciate it, man. I'm just trying to help, man. I'm just trying to help. Simping gets you nowhere, though. It gets you with a chick that don't really like you. And you end up taking care of other responsibilities, but it really gets you nowhere. It really gets you nowhere. Peter, are you out there, bro? Peter, if you still out there listening, I would love for you to chime in. If you out there, I'll put the link and I'll have you come on up. But I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. But the rise of the lonely man, yeah. But this goes to show you that if you have your stuff together, you do what you need to do, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. You ain't gotta worry about all that low hanging fruit because, again, the article talked about how they're overwhelmed with options, but the problem is they don't want those options. They don't. They want the best of the best. They want the best that they can possibly get. They don't want the low options out there. So that's why it's up to you to value your seed so you can remain the highest option, fellas. That is why it's important to value who you lay with so you can remain the highest option and remain that prize. I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying to keep it real. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it. I think it's it for today. Had a great time with y'all. Because you speaking all facts. Yeah, man. That's why I work on myself every day. I'm with my woman now, but I still want to be the best version of myself. That's how you keep attraction popping. I don't care what they say. But don't no woman want to sit up with no loser all damn day, even if you are in a long-term relationship. She don't want you to stop progressing. She don't want you to stop moving because that's who they are. They don't want a man who just stagnant. Oh, baby, I love you through this and I love you like that. No, nigga, you need to keep going. Not just for you, not just for her, but just for yourself. But women like being with men that they can brag about. They do. They like being with men that they can brag about. They like being with men that they can talk to their girlfriends about. When all their girlfriends going through their little BS. Hey, girl, I don't know about that. I ain't got to go through all that. Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. Be the one that she brags about. Be the one who is that catch, who is the prize. You gotta keep upgrading yourself. You never stop. That's why I've been taking my health so seriously. You want to become undeniable. I want to be undeniable. You cannot deny me, nigga. Look at the work I put in. Can't deny me. So anyway, that wraps up today's show. Hold on. Charles Rule said 29, no kids, 6'2", travel, a respiratory therapist, $150K a year, finishing up masters. Let's eat. Man, listen, Charles. I don't know how long you've been watching the broadcast, bro. You a target, my guy. You a target. Please value your seed. And I'm happy to hear that you got all that. That's wonderful. You got the whole world ahead of you. I'm so happy for you, bro. Please don't end up like these niggas out here who have to stay and live with a chick. You know what I'm saying? Value your seed. If you're gonna have children, make sure you vet her properly. You feel me? Please, please, please. And if you out here doing what you do, at the very least, please wear a condom. At the very least. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of all my guys. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to be like this nigga in the video. The thing I'm showing the video. That's a terrible life to live. To come home, save lives, and you got to come home to some loud wank like that. Please, bruh. Rap. You know how many dudes, like, it's crazy how many dudes will just not wear a condom. That's crazy. Them niggas with nothing to lose. It don't take nothing to go get one, bruh. Somebody, a condom company better come sponsor me. Because I'm promoting them like a month. Wear a condom, bruh. It is too. You got monkeypox, and I know they ain't no STD, but you got all kind of shit out here. But y'all wild for not wearing condoms, bruh. Y'all are wild for that. Especially in this generation. Whoo! That is wild. Mm-hmm. But anyway, let me get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And until next time, I bid you adieu. If you don't do nothing else, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and get paid. Young Nerds get paid. Peace.